Podcast, your number one podcast for improvised entertainment. Two hosts, Loopie, Jelani Muna, every single Saturday on the Loophole Podcast. Enjoy. Welcome everybody back to the Loophole Podcast. I'm your host Loopie. Alongside me is also your wonderful host Jelani Muna. How are you today, my friend?
I'm doing pretty fine. It's things are getting better. I'm talking to more friends, and I'm more happy now. I'm happier than I was last week.
Fuck yeah! I mean,
how have you been though?
Man, I've been spending the time of my life in here. It's been wonderful. I'm so happy to, just be here, all right, and just, spend a wonderful holiday in a country, that I actually feel like I feel somewhat at home in. You know what I mean? Like I definitely feel sort of at home in this country. The hospitality is fucking amazing. Honestly, it's like, what more can you ask for? It's honestly a blast, and always makes me happy coming here.
Yeah, and that's the thing I like to hear the most. That you're enjoying where you are, and you're having the best time of your life.
Yeah, a lot of great experiences. Stuff I've never tried before and shit. And sometimes I keep forgetting, like, yo, I'm not actually in France.
Yeah.
Sometimes I have to get it through in my head, like, oh, shit, I'm not actually in the country. What's up?
Right. Well,
playing and then freezing.
One thing I want to know is, how do you compare France to Wales? Which one is better? Like, what country is better?
I'd obviously say Wales because, France is going through some really fucking tough shit. What's up?
Well, what exactly?
It's happening on your end. It's not happening on mine. Yeah.
What exactly is happening in France right now?
There's some fucking riots and strikes over debate around, what should the retirement age be. And the whole fucking Crystal, what's up, man? How you doing? Yo, you want to join the panel? Hold up, let me. Hey, Chris.
Yes.
Chris, do you want to join the panel? I'll send you the link. How you doing? Holy shit! Oh my god, yo. Hey, Chris, I don't know what you're doing right now. I'll send you the link to the panel. It's a StreamYard link, bro.
Yeah.
StreamYard.com/ I'm not gonna.
This feels like, that feeling when like a friend that you haven't seen online for like a while, like last online like 2 years ago.
I can't today, but next time, Chris. You might not be able to do the podcast today, but send me a message once you're done. All right, we gotta talk. I have been worried sick about you, my man. I miss you, bro. I promise next time. All right, man. I hope you've been, taking good care of yourself. I know it's been tough, man, but we are here with you. And hey, yeah, we miss you, man. What's up, Fudge? Welcome to the stream, Hogwarts friend.
Yeah.
Oh, Hogwarts friend.
What a great start.
What a great start. Crystal. Man, I miss this man, I swear.
Yeah,
we've had some of the greatest times on the podcast with Crystal.
Yeah. But all right. So
hey, we're gonna try this again this week. Marco. All right. Wales is definitely better. I'd say because like France, like with the shit that's going on with the riots and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
Oh, I fucking love this household. But yeah, just the hospitality is like much different. People are fucking bus wankers.
Um, well, I
How many
mean,
more
do you
times
want
are
to
we gonna
get
get
into
sabotaged on the podcast? I'm
you
kidding.
want to
That's
get
not
into
funny.
the bus wankers thing?
Want to get into the bus wankers thing? Oh no, I just started watching the In-Betweeners, and it's just a quote on there. Um, yeah, four friends in a car. One of the guys just screams at the people at the bus stop, going like "bus wankers," and like that's some funny shit.
Why? I mean, sounds like an interesting phrase, though.
Yeah. Thing is,
But
if you said that where I'm from, you'd get fucking annihilated.
damn. But
But yeah,
though it seems like though France, there's been a lot of riots in France. I
yeah,
remember 2 years ago you told me there were riots over the whole COVID thing, and now this.
we love riots. Apparently, we just fucking love to riot. It, it doesn't matter how many freaking stereotypes you can make about baguettes and le petit café or whatever. We riot a lot. That's
Yeah.
what happens, and it stops us from doing everyday things, which is basically a necessity. Um, and it's even difficult to leave the country. I mean, when I came to Wales, my flight was delayed because of something that happened in France, even though I flew from Barcelona.
Uh,
Yeah,
but
my flight was delayed because of that, even though they have nothing to do with the other, but Paris has had like a 25% cancel rate. Hello, Loopie, you look nice. Yeah, that's
so
another.
you say that they're arguing over the retirement age. What is the discussion?
So I think retirement age is at 62 or something like that, and they want to put it to 64. And even then, you can't get a lot of money out of your retirement plan because of the way that they've formed this sort of law. And that law was presented in 2020 during, the current president's first term. And for some fucking reason, I mean, we talked about this last year when the president was reelected.
Yeah.
Same president that put out this law, they complained for about 3 long years, but they had the chance to vote him out, to literally cancel out the law. So I feel like the French people are just looking for reasons to protest and riot, and it's stopping people from doing everyday things. I mean, people can't go out and get gas. Uh, Gas stations have to lie saying that there's no more gas because they have to keep gas for like emergency vehicles and stuff like that. Um, we run out of the dumbest shit. I mean, like a couple months ago, we ran out of fucking olive oil, of all things. And anyone that was actually selling a bottle of olive oil was selling it for $5, uh, for like 500 milliliters, which is fucking huge if you ask me. I mean, I don't know how much olive oil is where you are, but it shouldn't be that much. It's literally just an ingredient to cook food. Um, Flour, which is also a big fucking necessity for cooking things, you can't find anywhere. Well, you couldn't before, um, because yeah, bullshit. Uh, Mustard, you couldn't find mustard for
Yeah.
some reason. I mean, I don't care about mustard. I don't like mustard, but yeah, you couldn't find mustard.
Well, but
Yeah.
now that confuses me because there's not really that much difference between 62 and 64 when it comes to retirement.
Yeah, but I don't think it's only because of the age. It's also because of like, even if you work your ass off, you don't get that much out of your retirement anyways. So
Uh,
the minimum retirement age is 64, right?
mhm.
But that doesn't mean shit because um to even get a tiny little ounce of something good out of your retirement, you have to probably work until you're like 75, if I'm honest with you. Now, I'm talking like that's like the average wage worker, someone like, I don't know, your parents and my parents, or, something like that, right?
Yeah.
you know, people who actually bust their asses trying to, you know, put food on people's plates might only get something good out of their retirement once they're like 80, which means you basically die working.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. But I'm not gonna like honestly spend the rest of my life in the country. Like I've never seen myself and like finish my life in France for years, honestly. Like since I was a little boy, I was like, I don't want to live in France no more. It's just disgusting.
Too rough.
It's too rough. And honestly, the area that I live in, as much as it's beautiful to basically anyone who's never been there before, it's shit for, you know, this reason. I mean, I live close by the border of Spain, but even the border was blocked. All right. Like my chances of getting over to here were very slim. And like I didn't say anything to anyone. I just said there, you know, there's a bunch of strikes, a bunch of riots, a bunch of shit. All right. But I was lucky enough to have seen a riot and a protest happen on the 23rd of March. So things were blocked, things were, you know, all broken and shit on the 23rd. But on the 25th, it was all good to go. So no, I left the country on the 24th. So yeah, you always have a home in Wales, pal. Thank you very much. Uh, excuse me, I appreciate it. But yeah,
Well,
I can't wait to get the fuck out of France because like it's not doing any good for me anyways. It's like
yeah.
the education system, first of all, working is kind of weird and shit, and fucking like there, there's no room for me to progress even in the area that I live in, and it's very tragic.
You know, people say the same thing about America. You know, I see that on social media. People say the same thing about America. Would you say that France is worse than America when it comes to those things, or no?
I'd say that, well, a lot of shit that France does would not fly in America, even though I do believe that the like American justice system is very fucking corrupt, all right? And it always has been because these are, you know, old people trying to follow rules that were set in place like in the 1700s, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Um which aren't really consistent with today's standards, right? And there are things that are logically, you know, that should be logical to do that wouldn't really make sense, you know, hundreds of years ago, but it's whatever. Here in France, this retirement age law, was actually voted against by the majority of the government, but the Prime Minister of France put out, like, applied a law that basically overthrows the government's opinion.
yeah,
And when you apply this, it's called Article 49.3. When you apply that, that means you bypass the law, like you bypass the law voting and you forcefully pass the law that was voted against.
yeah.
This is why France uses euro, by the way.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, we had our own currency way before I was born, but the reason why France uses the euro is because the law was first voted against and then forcefully put in place.
Okay.
It is fucking mental.
Well, yeah, but you know, but there's got to be like something positive out of France, though.
Yeah, if you come to France and if you come to the right place, you'll find me. I'm a good thing about France. Me.
Yeah.
I'm saying that as I'm wearing like a French like Alpine like F1 fucking merch, but
Yeah.
no. Look, I love my country if we're talking like sports and shit, but politics wise, it's like fucking disgusting.
I think you could say that about like most countries out there. I mean,
Mm.
really.
Best baguettes in the world, pal. It's a fact. Well, I've never tasted baguettes from different countries, so I wouldn't know.
But I mean, but you're the originator. The country's the originator, so it's always got to
Yeah.
be the best.
I do know that croissants in Wales look fake as shit. Don't it, Livy? Oh, she's asleep.
Well,
Yeah, she's asleep.
like, how do they look fake? Like, what do they look like?
Oh, they just look like they were, put on a boat, all right, and fucking frozen and shit, and then cooked last minute, and like they don't look fucking good at all. We do have sausage rolls. Damn right you do. Damn fucking right you do.
But like, how do croissants in Wales taste? Have you ever bought one?
I've never tasted it, nor have I ever had the need of tasting it, because I know, like, I saw it like with my own eyes. I know what a good croissant looks like just from the excuse me, just from the look. And I don't know. I've never been tempted to have croissants, but I put this up because now we're on the topic of Greg's sausage rolls.
Oh yeah,
and them shits are fucking good.
yeah.
Croissants are out of here. There you go. There's my Greg's merch.
Greg. But you say that Greg's sausage rolls are good. Now, I've never went to Greg's, so
Is it a thing in the U.S.?
I don't know.
You don't know if it's a thing in the U.S. I don't think it is, honestly. I think it might be like an Australian, UK, and maybe something else. Greg's countries. What countries is Greg's in? Greg's in the UK. Greg's also operates 2 stores in Belgium. Oh, so
no US.
Greg's runs 13 stores in the Canary Islands, mainland Spain, and Portugal. Damn. 90% of French patisserie items are banned as it takes a valuable sausage roll cabinet space. Fucking damn right it does. Nope, it isn't. No, it's not. No, it's not in the U.S. Then, do you know what a sausage roll is? Is that a thing that is done in the U.S.?
Well, I mean, the thing is that I probably had one, but like I wouldn't know like the name. See, like for me, like my brain's a bit like sometimes like I might know something, but I don't know the name of it. So I might have had. I'm not too sure.
It's like the inside of a sausage, and I guess eggs all over, wrapped around with like pastry or something. Like, let me show you a picture.
Well, that doesn't sound like anything I've had then.
Pigs in blankets in the USA, but better.
Okay. Now I've heard about pigs in a blanket, but I don't think I've ever had one. Oh, that.
Yeah.
That looks like that looks like a hot pocket. You know what? That kind of,
a hot pocket. What is a hot pocket?
it's like
Oh yeah, they are like some kind of rolls. Yeah, but that wouldn't. All right, so yeah, you're talking about something like this.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, I mean, Greg's kind of has something similar to that, but it's not really that. It's mostly pastry. This looks like some sort of like burrito roll or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like a pastry wrap. It's very nice. It definitely is very like easy to get down. Like, just, if you ever come to Wales or any part of the UK, you gotta locate a Greg's and get yourself a sausage roll. It's fucking worth it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if I can.
But I am actually going to be traveling this year. So there are my mother was talking to me about this, and She wants me to. She asked me if I want to go to Jamaica this summer, and
Ooh.
I told her that yeah, I want to go there. Now I've been to Jamaica before, winter 2018, but I didn't act the best, so I like to go to Jamaica again because I feel like I want to be able to fully experience it way better than I did uh, like 5 years ago.
Oh my God, fudge. Moving to the UK for a Greg's not live.
Yeah.
No, for a Greg's and live.
Yes, yes. But
Of
yeah, so
course.
I'm gonna be going to Jamaica this summer. So
Fuck yeah, bro. Hell yeah, bro.
I'm also gonna be going to Georgia in the spring for one of my cousin's graduations. So
Oh, hell
so
yeah, bro.
my year is gonna be busy.
Yeah. Hey, but that's always something nice to hear. It's been a little travel heavy, recently. I mean, it's not like I've had a real break from traveling, and I'd rather fucking keep it that way. Honestly, I love traveling. It's definitely something great. Don't like traveling to Paris or from Paris, but I like the idea of just packing your bags, going somewhere, discovering shit, coming back home, being like, oh damn, you know.
Yeah,
And there's no feeling like it, honestly. Like the whole adventure of like going on a travel little adventure. It's fucking incredible. I hope I can fucking meet you soon, bro.
I know, I know. It's just gonna be hard because like trying to figure out how to make it work and everything.
Yeah.
I was talking to another like a friend of mine about this, like if we were to meet each other, and
Mm.
he basically gave me the scenario, like if you were to pay for everything, like he asked me if I would go if you were to pay for everything, like the flight, the the like the travel to the flight or so,
Mm.
and I told him I would, like anything
Yeah,
to make you happy. Like I would do it. Like if I get the money, I will try and fly to France
bro.
one day.
I mean, one thing that you don't need to really worry about is that you don't need a fucking hotel. That's one thing. You don't need a fucking hotel because if you fly directly to my city's airport, which already goes to certain places in the U.S., then boom, it's sorted. You know what I mean? Like you have a place to stay already. Like my mom would be more than happy to host a homie.
Yeah,
Especially, hey, she's already seen you on the screen. All right, she's already watched the podcast before. She's already seen you on the screen, bro. She would be more than happy to have you over, like to my place, bro.
yeah. I
Yeah,
would
no,
enjoy
yeah, yeah, and bro, like if you're able to put some forward to the flight or whatever, like definitely give it a try. Otherwise I can always like cover some parts of it to make things easier for you, for me, and for
Yeah,
whoever is funding this trip, right? Because this is not something that you think of by yourself, all right? That's something you think about with the fam and shit, like.
yeah.
So um yeah, definitely something to think about. It's not something that's going to happen this year. That's for sure. That's too difficult.
Maybe by the possibly before 2030. I want to try and see if I could do that.
Bro, no, man, we could do it next year. We could fucking do it next year, bro.
Yeah,
Definitely. If you try to like, if you figure out, where you want to go in terms of like education and job and shit like that, because you might be out of college, but you still, like you still have to figure out what you want to do, apart from JMS,
yeah,
um, as a little cushion. Uh, but yeah, and it's the same for me. I have to figure out what I want to do as well.
yeah.
Um, so yeah, we can totally make it happen next year or even the year after if it comes down to it. All right, I'm gonna be fucking driving this summer. All right, possibly.
Yeah.
So love to make plans. This June, if everything works out the way that I hope it works, I could be going to Denmark to see Cobra. I think I told you about this before.
Yeah, you have.
Um, so flights have been cheap as well, from what I've seen. So yeah.
So the thing is though is I'm also as well trying to drive as well. I'm trying to
Mm.
actually get my driver's license, and I've been so I'm going to take some driving lessons every Thursday, and I'm also going to take a 5 hour dispensive driving course next Wednesday. So I'm going to try and see how it is, and hopefully I can get my driver's license. My father has said that I need to get a driver's license.
Mm. Yeah, of course. Bro,
Yeah,
you're pushing 20, man.
I know. I know.
I'm saying that because your birthday is literally like not this Saturday. I think the next. Well,
Yeah, next.
today is Saturday.
Oh
Next
wait,
Saturday.
actually wait. Because we might do a podcast on my birthday, I wonder how that's going to be.
I'm not sure. If actually no, we could actually. Um, I would have to see how Saturday goes. Um, if I'm available during the night, then I can. If not, it would have to be when I get home. Uh, sometime during the week. What? Or the Friday. Good morning, Livy. Welcome to the free world.
But yeah, I mean,
She woke up.
yeah, but turning 19 honestly is going to be pretty hard on me because knowing for sure that I'm not going to be a teenager for much longer is something that I've been thinking about since I turned 18.
Yeah,
Probably even before then.
I'm gonna fucking cry when I turn 19, bro.
Yeah,
The thing is, though, I feel like my 18th year, like in life and in the world, I've already done so fucking much, man. And like, I've given myself a proper break. And I feel like, bro, the sky is the limit from here. All right. I'm going to get home. I'm going to stop traveling. All right. Because I definitely got to get my work in and figure out what I want to do. Right.
yeah,
But for now, man, like, bro, there's so much that we can do in like such a small span. And we just got to figure out how to play our cards.
I know.
And, bro, I'm almost halfway through my fucking 18th year. And
Yeah,
I can't fucking stand around doing nothing, bro. And like I need to seriously start like taking accountability. I got this watch. We'll see if the Apple Watch will like sort of give me reminders or whatever. I'll program it to literally fucking nag me, being like, "Are you fucking doing your shit or are you not?"
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
so I do want to tell you this is I was able to finally get a more consistent sleep schedule because now I've been waking up at from 5 to 7 o'clock in the morning now. Like I've been
Hmm.
honestly, and the reason as to why is because I've been playing video games with some of my friends on
Oh.
Discord, and that actually helped my sleep schedule because I've been before then I'd be staying up all night, and now like just the random chance that I played video games with a few friends made my sleep schedule a lot better.
You're kind of having the same discovery that I had last year when I played games with friends as well.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have been talking to Cobra, Adam, nobody, right? Literally nobody, if I didn't do that 48-hour stream last year. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And it's just the idea of just sitting back, being relieved, all right, and just being like, whew, decompress. You're in a safe space, and you make yourself a little safe little bubble, right?
yeah,
For me, that's Loop Squad, and that's the Loophole Podcast, right? And having that sort of safe area for you to just decompress and chill for a bit and have some genuine fun, bro, you're going to get back on track and you're going to think to yourself, like, hold up, what do I have to lose? I have so much to gain. What do I have to lose? Let's fucking do it. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it's like that for absolutely everything you put your mind to. Seriously.
Yes. And honestly, though, I mean, now it's just me being more social now and actually participating in more activities.
Of
You-
course.
You've told me this before that that's what I should be doing, like I
Yeah.
should be having hobbies, and now that I'm actually doing it, it's helping me for the better.
You need something to fall back on when you don't want to think about the show. And it sounds a bit hypocritical because we are on the topic of hard work, but sometimes you don't want to think about the show. But also at the same time, you don't want to have too much fun. There is such thing as, you know, when you have fun with a friend or with somebody, and somebody says like, oh, don't have too much fun.
Yeah.
I take that, like, I don't take that lightly, because there is this thing as having too much fun, and that is losing touch with basically yourself and what you even want to prove to others. And yeah, that's something to take into consideration. Like, having something to fall back on where you can just chill with someone or with people about stuff that doesn't have really much to do with your show or whatever, or even a little hobby, like just something to do, right? Something you can do that you profoundly enjoy, that gives you the sort of like enjoyment that'll let you sort of decompress from any lingering stress, doubt, depression, even, like anything, right?
Yeah.
And I say depression because I feel like staying all night on your phone at 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, just mindlessly scrolling on social media, is a form of depression, a very subconscious depression.
Yeah.
And it's not like I'm not saying that it's like a bad thing. Well, I mean, it is a bad thing, honestly. That no one should be, going on social media. Like, can you imagine going 24 hours just not leaving your phone? Like, sometimes you do have to leave your phone.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it is a problem. Like I've had that many times before, and
Mm.
kind of a bit currently because my father will kind of talk to me about it, saying that I should go outside like more often, like
Yeah.
not to pressure me or anything to go outside, but like as a suggestion, as a like a recommendation.
Yeah. Because you never know what you're gonna find at the moment you step out the door and just discover life around you. And when I was going on these scooter rides, like before my little accident, I was doing that literally just to explore parts of my own city that I've never seen before. Because as much as I talk shit about my country, as much as I talk shit about the people, or just the city I live in, the bunch of fucking littering that's all around and shit, there's good parts about the city that I've explored and I've been like, yo, this is my place. Like, and that's like the part of me that's like, yo, like, this is what I appreciate. Like, I have this around me and I take it for granted. Therefore, I should start appreciating life a little more because of the stuff that's around me.
Yeah, I mean, same thing could be said about New York. Now I haven't been to Times Square, but just seeing the pictures of it and everything, it's actually looks pretty nice. All of the colorful lights and everything, all the streets. So,
Yeah.
I want to be able to go to Times Square one of these days. Honestly,
Yeah.
like. So I mean, that's when though when I get the money though when I get the money, that's when I'm going to be traveling more.
Yeah, I
First,
didn't fart. That was the chair.
yeah, but I'm gonna be trying to go out more. like I know like even my father says I should experience more of New York rather than
Yeah.
like other than where I'm at right now. Like go to New York City, go to Brooklyn, Bronx. I've been to Harlem before because my father took me with him to
Yeah.
Harlem, and Harlem was the area that he grew up in. Well, he traveled from Jamaica to New York, like uh, for citizenship, and basically Harlem was the first place he went to, and basically, so it's kind of basically in a way, kind of like his young adult years, basically his
Yeah.
20s, and so we're
Mm.
being in Harlem, and so it's kind of like well, not like a childhood experience because he was kind of like a little bit older when he went to Harlem, but it's like a young adult experience in a way,
Yeah.
memories.
Yeah, of course. I mean, like I said, man, like just exploring parts that you've never really seen before, it could take you towards a new life that maybe applies to you, but you don't know that it actually does apply to you. Yeah, you know what I mean? And it could really make all the difference, man. It could always like just make you think about like, you know, parts of, the places that you live in that you take for granted that people would dream to have around them. You know what I mean? People would dream to have what you have, all right? And you know, people like us would dream to have what other people have, and we always take what we have for granted. You know what I mean? And
Yeah,
taking a little second to just appreciate absolutely everything that surrounds you could really open your eyes towards just potentially why you're really here. You know what I mean? And what what good do you want to do to the world? How do you want to change the world? Like, how do you want to change people's lives moving forward?
yeah. But it's I mean, though, like it's just it's some, but it takes a little bit of challenge though. Like you're
Of
not
course,
gonna automatically get there in the first place. It takes a little bit of steps. It's like climbing
of
a
course.
flight of stairs.
You have to know yourself, all right? You have to like really get to know yourself. And sometimes, in a case where your your work ethic or your um yeah, I guess work ethic is put into question, it's sometimes a fight or a battle with yourself. And obviously, to win is to know your enemy very well.
Yes.
And you have to know absolutely every little move of what could possibly happen and be willing to accept what happens to you. Um, you know, a lot of people, that we know today that are, famous or great or legendary or whatever, they didn't figure that out until their 30s or their 40s or whatever, right?
Yeah.
You know, they didn't get to figure that out until a very late age, and now they are being appreciated for absolutely everything that they have fucking busted their ass for. And when you're stuck in a path that you really want to get this over with and finally make it to the next destination, you have to think to yourself, well, why did I take this path? Why did I choose to go over these obstacles? And why the fuck should I be stopping where I am? I'm not at this next destination yet. I'm gonna keep fucking going. All right.
Yeah.
And that brings me to something that I'm gonna talk about in just a second. But yeah,
But it's kind of like someone that reminds me a lot about what you just said is The Rock, and
mm,
because I remember hearing a story from The Rock saying that he wasn't like he was broke until like he made it. Like he had $7 in his pocket at one point. And and seeing how successful he is now, it kind of shows that we all start somewhere. We all start from somewhere. We're not going to be the best until we believe in ourselves that we are.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. It's, in moments where your entire ability and your entire motivation and your entire work ethic, your whole personality is put into question, you have to get to know yourself a lot better. And how you get to know yourself a lot better is within your own company. And when, sometimes the worst of the worst happens, sometimes you have to be willing to fail to succeed, right?
Yes.
Have to be willing to accept, like, hey, shit's gonna fucking suck. But at some point, when shit is done sucking, shit's not gonna suck anymore.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, really, just needs. Though I mean, I know eventually one of these days, I've been kind of thinking a lot uh, about like a whole lot of plans and everything. Just some is just like it's hard to explain because my brain's always running. It's like a hamster in a wheel. Just like it keeps on going and going and going.
Yeah.
Once I feel ready enough to be able to show the world what my plans are, like I would be completely happy with it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to figure out how I can segue to the next topic. But let's just talk about. I have it in my title, so like we're just gonna talk about it. Have you ever thought about watching the Super Mario Bros. Movie?
I've heard about it. Apparently, some of my friends have watched it. I haven't watched it though, but I know that there's been mixed reviews because of the voice actors and everything. But I mean I'm probably not. I don't really care about spoilers. So I mean, if you want to spoil it for me, you can. I don't really care.
Honestly, it's not like it's real spoilers because it's Nintendo, it's Mario. So when something bad happens, Mario and Luigi come to save the day. All right, you know what I mean? It's Mario. All right, you know that it's always going to end well. Why? Because it's a kids movie and stuff like that. It's obviously going to end well, and not with like any big sacrifice, anyways. Because Nintendo's not like Disney. All right, when Disney ends a movie in a good manner, they usually kill off a character. You know what I mean? With Nintendo and Mario and stuff like that, no, they're nice to you like that. Something big happens and they fucking do it and they save the day and whoop-de-doo. You know what I mean? I don't know how close you were with Mario, right?
Mm-hmm.
How close were you with like Mario and Nintendo and all that stuff?
Well, I mean, when I was younger, I used to be super obsessed with Mario. I remember playing a whole ton of Flash games on the computer. Like,
Me too.
I remember playing Super Mario 63, Super Mario Flash 1 and 2. So many others that I can't name off the top of my head because, there's so many. But
Yeah.
when I was younger, I used to play a lot. Nowadays, I don't really play too much. So sometimes I might play the occasional Mario game, like on an emulator or so, but that's about it.
Yeah.
I used to be such a huge Mario fanatic.
Bro, honestly, like, same. I mean, like, I grew up with this shit. I mean, you see me with like a Mario Switch case. I brought my Switch and everything. Like, recently I've made an investment. I bought myself a 3DS because despite like their online services, ending, what was great about the 3DS was just how simple it was. And I was able to jailbreak it and hack it and, get every free game in like, the 3DS, whatever. But I grew up with that shit. I also played Flash games. My favorite Flash game of like Mario is it's called Super Mario Bros. Crossover.
I played that. I played
Yeah,
that.
that
There's
one.
actually my favorite one was the third one.
I didn't know there was a third one.
Yeah, there's three. I
I know
wish
that
I
there's I know that there's a version 3 or something like that. Like I thought they operated in versions. I didn't think they would operate in like
I think
sequels.
I think maybe that might be the case, but I just know Super Mario Crossover 3 was one I played a lot. I wish I could still play it, but there's really no way because apparently it runs with Action Script 3 and Ruffle doesn't support that, so I can't really play it. Maybe
Uh,
eventually I might be able to, but I don't know.
yeah. I mean, some of the people who like had Flash games, they just ended up turning it into like a full on like software that you download. So I mean, like that's usually how it goes. There's one that I did play a lot that I watched a lot of Let's Plays of, Super Mario Bros. X.
Uh, that one I
That,
don't really remember.
that one was a very popular one. There was like many different like worlds that were like fan made. Sorry, and yeah, that one was a lot of fun, and it was really really well done. Um, yeah, no, I had a lot of good memories about these Flash games. Now you're making me think about fucking damn.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
childhood stuff.
damn, like yeah,
I wish they never discontinued Flash. I mean, I know the security reasons and everything, but once
yeah,
the day hit that Flash ended, that was probably the day that a lot of people were sad.
yeah. Well, of
Yeah,
course, but now you could just go on Microsoft Edge and just play the games, literally, like because
yeah.
Flash is still supported on like browsers that nobody uses.
But
Uh,
it's just not the same when it's not supported everywhere.
yeah, yeah. But back to the Mario movie. So if you were really close with how, like, with just all the Mario stuff, there's a lot of Easter eggs. There's a lot of like, things that will fly over your head when watching for the first time. I was able to catch everything that I could possibly see very easily. um, the music is amazing. The characters, the voices, everything was done correctly. It the adventure, um, it started off as Mario and Luigi not being from the real, or not being from this fantasy mushroom kingdom whatever world. No, Mario and Luigi were from like the real world, you know what I mean, with real people, um, from
Wait,
Brooklyn.
wait. That reminds me. Wasn't there like a live action Mario movie that had the same idea, like from the '90s or so?
Yeah, yeah, but it was very just like it was just very bad. Like
Okay.
even Nintendo doesn't even like that movie. Yeah, no, it was just like an IP like adaptation that like Nintendo licensed, but it's not like they had much involvement in the movie, anyways.
Okay.
No, and it wasn't very kid friendly at all.
Yeah.
But what I can say is that this movie ticked all the boxes. I was very emotional watching the movie and remembering all the stuff from my childhood, and especially watching it with Livy, who is asleep right now.
Yeah.
Um, like the emotions there was just incredible. Like they started off, with Mario and Luigi not being from the Mushroom Kingdom, but being from Brooklyn. They don't know who Princess Peach is. They don't know who Bowser is. They don't know who anyone is, right? They are just two plumbers from Brooklyn who made a little commercial and stuff like that, and that's it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just known as two plumbers from TV.
Yeah.
Um, and it was so interesting because it wasn't Peach who was kidnapped. It was Luigi, which I hate that because Luigi's my favorite character, like
Yeah.
from the Mario franchise.
Like, do you still have the Luigi hat?
I do.
Yeah.
Maybe it can fit on my head, because I got rid of all this fucking shit.
Yeah. I mean, I have to do mine eventually.
Bro, do you want to know how long my fucking hair like shit took, bro? I went to some fucking Turkish people, like some Turkish hair cutter, which is probably a nice little front for money laundering, if I'm honest with you. Um, I went to some fucking Turkish hairdresser. All right, I was like, yeah, I just want like everything short. And I showed him a picture of me, and he was like, short, 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 and I was like, yeah, short, short. I take off my hat. I sit down. He already has the clippers in his hands, and he already starts fucking. I was like, "What the fuck? We didn't even get to know each other, man. Like, what? Don't you want to know my name? Like, like, damn, bro, manners, bro. I swear, that shit took 8 minutes, man.
Damn.
That shit took faster than the time it took me for me to get over that taste of fucking Chick-fil-A sauce, man.
Usually when I get a haircut, it takes like an hour. Usually,
bro, I swear it was 8 minutes. You did not use any scissors whatsoever. I swear down. Just big clippers. And then little clippers to line me up because my hairline was kind of looking trifling. Just and then he brings out some fucking blade or whatever and just he got rid of my he got rid of my fucking beard, bro. I was growing a beard.
Well, see, I mean, I'm kind of growing a beard, but I think this is really the farthest this can grow, honestly.
Anyways, you have to shave because like then it'll grow back like all level. I already feel like it's sort of growing from here.
Yeah, but
I feel like I have hair follicles now.
Yeah. So that was basically like the fast food of haircuts.
Yeah, but it's totally a front for like money laundering. Definitely. Like, there's no way because like he was like wearing some like nice shit, like some Gucci, like not some Gucci, but like I don't know, some lavish shit, right? And like that was the quickest $10 that he's ever made his entire life, bro. That shit took 8 minutes, like just boom, ba ba boom, boom, like done, bro.
I mean, the cut looks nice though, so I mean, it's got to be a good thing.
Yeah, no, it definitely is a good thing. Yeah. I told my mom, you got like, mom, you better go like take me to some freaking Arabic barbers back home because I swear they take like no fucking time and they don't take that much of your money.
Yeah. Well, when you get a haircut in France, what's the usual time and price for it?
Usually double. Sorry. I checked that too quickly. Usually double. And it takes about 5 times the time.
Okay.
5 minutes waiting time to find a dresser. 5 minutes to wait for the shampoo. Boom, shampoo done. 5 minutes to wait for a hairdresser to actually cut your hair. Oh, you found the hairdresser. Another 5 minutes for her to get the tools. Cuts your hair. Waits 5 minutes to get more tools. Boom, boom, boom. And they're not really that much focused on just getting it done. They're just focused on just the process and shit.
You know, the interesting thing is that, you know, when I get a haircut, though, I don't usually get my hair shampooed. Like, I know some people do, but is that, like, necessary?
I mean, I thought it was until yesterday when, you know, literally, like, I swear it didn't take that long. It's not necessary, but I mean, if you want your hair to smell nice and fresh and whatever. I mean, he did spray some aftershave and shit. That shit.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I guess it's something nice. And something that's true that happens like back home when I get a haircut is that there's fucking hair lingering like, you know, all over my chest and my back and shit.
Yeah, and then you have to
And
shower
yeah,
afterwards.
you have to shower afterward. Now, obviously, I am gonna shower. Like uh, if I don't have time today, I'll do it tomorrow. But um, like all he did was put like a fucking big little tarp over over my chest and everything. He didn't need to put no fancy ass rubber or whatever. He just and no hair at all.
Yeah, I mean that's the usual experience for me though. Like what you got is the usual experience for me when I get a haircut.
What like
The Arabic barber thing.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, though I go to like a Spanish barber.
Yeah, Spanish people do your hair good too. So there's people who are not from like the native place you're from that just do your hair good. Yeah. It's like that one video I saw on Twitter or YouTube or something like that. It was a white guy that went to a black barber, for the
I
first
saw
time to get a
that.
haircut. And
I
I
saw
swear he was like, bro, this is the best shit that's ever happened to me.
Yeah, and that's the thing too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Though I kind of wonder though. Now thinking about it, is it only white barbers that do things differently? Because it seems like everyone else does like the same thing.
I think it's just that, like, people from the black culture love hair, right? And they love doing their own hair and they love doing people's hair. Like, and it's beautiful what they do to other people's hair. It, like, honestly, it fascinates me. It's like the way that Africans do their food, all right? A jollof seems very nice. I'd like to eat a jollof. Um, I'm very like I love the like the African culture or like the black culture of like when it comes to food or haircuts or whatever because like they all really do it in their own way that I guess some like Eastern European or Western European or whatever just wouldn't do. But I mean, like I do know that a lot of black people just cut their own hair anyways.
Yeah,
Because
um,
yeah, no, because I know that and I don't think it's a stereotype. I don't think it's prejudice at all whatsoever. But black people just really love their own hair and value their own hair. If their hair is shit, they're not going to go out. They're not leaving the bed.
yeah. Like I
Yeah,
know, like when it comes to hairlines, they're especially rough
especially
on.
the hairlines.
Yeah, the hairline. That's the
Yeah,
thing too.
yeah,
Is even if you have a big forehead, even like
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know, it's like
Well, you grow hair differently to mine because you're obviously melanated. Like that's
yeah,
just normal.
but that's the thing too is like
Yeah.
it can be funny though, but it can be really hard.
It's a real struggle for y'all. Like so, like I feel for y'all seriously.
Yeah, I just hope eventually, like I just hope I don't have my hairline recede.
The thing is, though, I feel like even if you were bald, you would look good, bro.
Well, actually, I don't think I've told you this, but I actually did shave my hair before.
Yeah, you told me.
Oh, okay. But
We had this conversation before. Yeah,
okay,
but Lyrics went bald because of a bet. Because we worked on a song together with me, Mike, Izzy though, and Lyrics, and the song got 1K views before 4 days, and so he ended up shaving his whole head. And like as much as we made fun of him for, it, he actually didn't look that bad. Like
yeah.
I don't know.
uh, I mean, it's all about having the facial shape for it. I
Yeah.
remember I remember I was at my old job, and
Um,
there's one guy. Yeah, one of the guys was actually balding to where like he actually had to cover it up. Like he grew out his hair just to like do a comb over. And he told me that I would look good bald. Like he said he wouldn't look good bald, but I would.
I don't know, man. I mean, Some people just rock the bald look. I don't think I would, honestly. I mean, look, just think about it.
But what about Beeb though? Isn't like Beeb bald?
What, you bald?
No, Beeb, the Beeb
Oh,
thing.
Beeb.
Yeah, Beeb.
Beeb is just a good-looking individual. All right, like Beeb has the swag, right? Yeah,
Yeah. But you know, actually, you know, if one of these days though, I might actually try going bald again, you know, just to kind of
yeah,
see how it is.
yeah. Or buzz cut, you know, like just like try a little buzz cut, or just like a haircut style that you've never tried before. You know what I mean? I mean, because your hair is, I don't know what it's called, pouchy.
I mean,
Is
people.
it called pouchy?
Well, I mean, like, I guess, like, it's kind of like
Foamy?
I don't know, like, I
Yeah,
guess fluffy. Like, I remember
yeah,
a friend of mine. Like, remember when I was growing out my hair back around 2021? Like, you know, the afro that I've had.
yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
basically, she asked me if she could touch my hair, and I allowed her to. And she couldn't stop touching it because of how fluffy it was and how like soft it was.
That's what gets the ladies, though, my man. I'm just saying.
Yeah, yeah, she loved
You
it a
just gotta
lot.
get, bro. Honestly, you just gotta get that shit straightened out.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I know. I do
No,
have
but
to pick though.
I think because the way that you or just melanated human beings, are when they grow their hair, it's hard to grow facial hair here because you grow hair in the same way, there that you grow here. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
I
but
basically got the KSI going on.
yeah,
Yeah, I basically
yeah.
do.
But I mean, like that's part of why he can't grow his hair because his facial hair doesn't grow like
It's not
I'm not.
straight.
I'm not gonna say like a normal human being because that's gonna make me sound like shit. That's not what I'm trying to say at all right?
Yeah,
But no, I'm,
I,
I'm I'm trying to say, like, for example, a white person, all right, that grows hair straight.
yeah.
Their hair follicles. Like I feel my hair, straight. You know what I mean? Y- Yours would grow in sort of like, yeah, the pouchy, like in a
Like
pouchy way.
basically, I guess like in a way, it's like I guess like curly. I don't know. Like it's
It's
definitely.
But it's a very thin form of curly. I wonder what would even happen if you just straighten out your hair. Maybe you have more hair mass than you
I
think.
do. I know. Like I do. Um, I know there was a term for it, but I forgot about it. Like because you know I'm
I,
not
I
too.
I think it's called pouchy or something. Where did my phone go?
I do know that some people call it like nappy, and that's like an offensive term.
Oh, there it is. A what?
Some people call it like nappy, and like it's offensive. Like
Hmm. What
but
is black people's hair texture? African American hair comes in a range of textures, but the most common hair type is curly with lots of volume. This curly quality is a product of the shape of the hair follicles. Yeah. So
yeah,
like curly or frizzy,
yeah,
and it has
frizzy.
the slowest growth rate of zero point 0.9 centimeters per month due to its spiral structure, which causes it to twist on itself as it grows. Um, I mean, yeah, like some like this. I mean, this is a woman, but like
Yeah, yeah, that, yeah,
yeah.
basically.
But like, I always found that to be fascinating, right? Because why does that happen? I,
I guess I guess maybe it has to do with evolution, like basically because if you think about where, you know, black people originated from, you know, Africa, I mean, it could explain as to why the hair is like this. And,
yeah,
oh,
I'm trying to look at why. Maybe we can have some answers. Um, what causes the difference? Yeah, because it's not anything like it's human hair. Ancient populations adapted and had afro like hair. Um, I grew up around different types of white people, and some have Afro hair. Many white people just overlook it. Um, yeah, some Irish people, some I said Jewish people um, might grow hair in that way. Um, but Afro hair adapted in hot, sunny weather for three main reasons: sun protection, moisture retention, and to a lesser degree, pest control.
Yeah. So like Africa being that,
Yeah,
but you know, but I think like anywhere tropical, like Jamaica. You know, I'm half Jamaican, so I mean
yeah,
it'd be necessary for me to have this.
yeah. I think you're right about evolution. I thought it might have been due to melanin because, for example, you have a higher tolerance to sun than what I would have. You
Yeah.
would be able to stare at the sun all day and like just sun gaze, right? And
Well,
actually, like, well, I say that,
like
uh,
tanning.
maybe tanning, but also sun gazing. All right, like sun gazing is a real thing that melanated people do. It's something I've read up on, anyways. But it's like just people, melanated people just looking at the sun, and trying to like absorb all that energy and shit, which might be also a thing that spiritual people do. I don't know, but
Well, I mean,
um,
like my dad's somewhat spiritual.
yeah,
Like sometimes like my dad would talk to but I guess that's kind of like a lot of Jamaicans are spiritual, so that's just the culture.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But I mean, your hair might grow this way just because of the evolution of um, basically your entire ancestry. It's all genetics, anyways.
Yeah,
Like
genetics. Yeah.
just like pimples, just like anything, right? It's all in the genetics.
Which speaking of pimples, I got a lot of I got a lot of acne. If you ever look at my face, like my forehead, my nose, I got a lot of acne if
Yeah,
you see closely. But
yeah, but that might just be hard to notice because like the camera angle and the lighting and stuff. Like,
yeah,
yeah, I know Lyrics had some very fucking smooth skin when I got to know him and shit. And all of a sudden, one day, I'd be like, "Bro, you look ugly as shit. What the fuck happened to you?" No, I'm kidding. But
he got
but I
older.
was but I was like, "Bro, what the fuck happened to you?" His whole fucking face just broke out. Yeah, but it started very early on in my life for me. I mean, like I still got some. It's a lot
Yeah.
darker than it is on camera, that's for sure. But like, um,
No, that's just puberty, and
yeah, yeah. But
yeah.
that just happens. But it's also in the genetics, all right? Like my mom's side of the family, had stuff like that happen. Not so much my dad's side, but yeah.
But I feel like it should be more normalized though. I mean, like
Mm,
I see people like on Instagram and everything. They got like the smoothest skin ever, and it's not real sometimes. It's
yeah.
just it's like altered, and it's like we want some representation. We want to see ugly.
Yeah.
See?
Nah, but what was I gonna say? I forgot.
Well, we were kind of talking about the Mario movie. If you want
Yeah,
to
we
start
were.
that,
Yeah, but like we sort of ended it on that. I'm pretty sure. I don't know if we ended it on like any specific note, but to close on it's a really good movie and I recommend it.
yeah.
Definitely do.
I probably will probably see it eventually, maybe like months later. Like how like for Black Panther 2, I saw it like months later. I think
Mm,
so I think I saw it I think I saw it in like it was either November or December of 2022, I think. Maybe 20 No, I think it was either 2022 or 2023 I saw it.
mm,
I'll have to check back.
yeah. Um, Definitely like a sight to see. Go to the cinema. to watch it. Like everyone I've spoken to, the only person I've seen not happy with the Mario movie is We Scheme, which hey, I love this guy to death. All right, he is one amazing human being, but sometimes he looks at things too deep. But that's probably his job.
Yeah. I mean,
Sometimes
he
I
is
feel
a
like
judge, though. Like,
he
he's been a
judges a lot, man. He does. But that's just part of his job, you know what I mean? That's part of like the whole entertainment thing. So like I take it with a grain of salt, but sometimes I'm thinking to myself like, Scheme, bro, this is for kids. I don't think kids give a shit about that, bro. Like he starts looking about like, oh, sounds playing, it sort of destabilizes you from the main focus of the movie. Shakespeare, this shit. Like, I'm thinking to myself, like, you need to take into consideration the target audience, right? These are families and little kids watching the movie who care about the nostalgic value, you know what I mean? And who care about, you know, this personality that they grew up with that made them happy for decades, right?
yeah.
Just like, you know, he was a fan of Nintendo, an avid fan of Nintendo for most of his life, right?
Yeah.
But you know, that's just me commenting. That's not me, you know, being hateful or whatever. That's just me, like, you know, analyzing the analyst.
Yeah. I
Like
mean,
I feel like, you know, when you talk about that, about a movie that's meant to just make people happy and make people remember, like, you know, where they came from or where they like what they grew up with and stuff like that. Like I grew up with Mario, and that that movie really was amazing. It's my favorite movie of all time, right? And to say it's not good because you're thinking about all these points and this and that and the critical and critiquing this, critiquing that. If you're critiquing what is like uh basically the value of nostalgia, and obviously something that is meant to be targeted to a family or kids and stuff like that, and much less people like you, then I guess the wrong kind of message might be put out, right? And that's what might trigger people because people might be thinking, "Wow, you're just a party pooper," you know what I mean?
yeah.
I haven't seen the comment section of like, I don't know, someone might be mad at We Scheme. Everybody's mad at We Scheme. Shit, I dropped my phone. But you know,
How old is We Scheme, anyways?
he's in his 30s, mid 30s, something like that. Maybe later. I don't know.
So he was like a kid when the first Mario game came out, like Super Mario Bros. On the NES.
Yeah, uh, yeah. The Super Mario Bros. Movie is not a good not a good film. Um, uh,
I mean, honestly, though, I mean, not everything, not everyone's going to be satisfied with
yeah,
movies or anything in life, really. So, I mean, there's always going to be critics out there.
yeah,
There's a
yeah,
lot of them on YouTube that I've seen.
yeah. But you know, it got a shit review on. Yeah, I'm just looking at the comment section. The people, yeah, most people, you know, respected, you know, his opinion and stuff like that. Some were like, eh. Um, but you know, We Scheme is like, as much as I'm like, I don't agree with his reviews, I respect it a lot. You know what I mean? Because he makes me think of things like that I haven't thought about before. You know, and that's always like with music when I watch him. That's why I'm inspired by him to just keep pushing forward. So like that's like all the love to We Scheme right here. But yeah, I saw that video and I was like, man, really?
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, though,
Gonna scare you.
I heard you move. You think I didn't hear you?
No, I was still sleeping.
Aww, Bobo, come here.
I'm gonna go back
wow.
You gonna go back to sleep?
to sleep. I'm so tired.
Aw.
I know how tough it could be, with work and everything.
Yeah. Hey, fuck you. right, bitch. It's on, bitch. Hold up.
Oh my god. Oh.
Let me
I
sit on
want
my.
Domestic abuse.
You just domestically abused me.
Oh no.
I'm not even in frame. I'm not even in frame.
You're not even in frame. Hold up. Let's make sure everybody sees this.
Okay. See, this is gonna be great. This is gonna be some shorts content right here.
Get tickled.
Fuck off.
Oh my god.
I only did it once.
Pinner, cover. No.
It's huggies.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
See.
Bye.
Now that's what I like to see. That's what I like to see.
I'm keeping this.
Okay.
Oh, I'm fucking dead.
Yo.
Sorry,
No.
babe. Are you hurt?
Are you okay?
Wanker.
Hey. I'm sorry.
See, it's moments like that I wish I was there. I wish I was there.
Oh man, that was some funny shit.
Yeah.
What, you think you can? No, you ain't slick.
Wow.
I don't know.
Who was the real winner? Who was the winner?
You got hit again.
Damn.
You got...
Come on, Liv. See, Loopie's
I'm a bad bitch. You can't kill me.
It's like Loopie's winning this. Loopie's winning this. Come on, Liv.
Oh.
No.
Calm down. Come here. Give me a hug. If you don't give me a hug, I'll throw this back at you. Oh, okay. Oh.
Ooh.
Do you need any more drinks? I'm gonna go make myself a nice water. Do you want one?
An ice water.
Yeah.
What is it? Just water with ice?
Yeah.
I'd like a refill on the pineapple, please.
With ice or just pineapple?
Just pineapple. Thank you.
You know, actually, one thing I do want to talk to you about is you've got stuck in more traffic.
Oh shit! I was gonna segue to that.
Yeah.
Okay, let me make this shit official. Me and my amazing musical homie, not just musical, but just a homie. Me and my homie, Mike JH, are dropping Stuck in More Traffic to all platforms on May 5th. It is a remastered deluxe of our previous project released in 2022 called Stuck in Traffic. It contains 11 bass songs that have been remastered and done properly and cleaned up nicely. Thank you for newer listeners to get into a better version of us, to sort of shape up the discography a lot better as well. And Stuck in More Traffic has a better revision and a better reiteration of Stuck in Traffic. And not only does it contain, these remastered tracks, but it also contains 5 bonus tracks to better expand on, the vibe that we're trying to get out there. And the track list is packed with some bangers. and it's just me and Mike, and it's just self-production all the way. And we released one song called "I've Been Gone" on March 31st, which was, well, the day before, like, no, the day after the podcast that we did last week. Oh shit, that was a feather that was in the pillow. Whoops.
Well, yeah, and honestly, I'm I want to hear more. I think I saw the video that you've released. I want to be gone, and
Or I've been gone.
oh, I've been gone. I've been
Yeah.
gone. Yeah.
No, I don't want to be gone. I'm here to stay.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
here to
here.
stay.
You're
Don't make
here
that
now.
mistake, man. I'm here to stay.
Yeah, but yeah, I think I've seen that. But I got to re-listen to it. But thing is that I want to see how this album, how this album is and everything, because I have a lot of hope. You've I mean, you basically are you're making it. You're making it one step closer to fame.
Yeah.
So, will you ever have a song that features Liv on it?
She's already been featured in a track before, in a way. A track that I made, and she's already been the inspiration to a few tracks that I've made. Actually, one of them is "A-OK," where she sort of gave me the melody and I expanded on it. I think it was A-OK, was it? Yeah, it was A-OK. She gave me the melody and I expanded on it.
I said you'd be A-OK.
Yeah. So, I made a song out of that. I did Filet Mignon with Tucker, and I had her as a little soundbite. She only said 2 words. It was, yeah, and ooh. But yeah, and she was already the inspiration of multiple other tracks that I've made, obviously. But yeah, but with Stuck in More Traffic, like, quite frankly, it's a project that I know will definitely make its mark in the community in the future, because of things that we were brave enough to step out of our comfort zone and try shit that we have never tried before. With I've Been Gone, I mean, it's a completely, it's like a pop / EDM / something, right? It's some sort of alternative hip hop in a way, with a bit of pop. Like, it's sort of like, I don't know how to, like, properly describe it. It's probably just pop, but it's well done. And the drop is amazing. I mean, it could have been a nice little summer song, if we really expanded on that. But the drop made sense, and it's obviously going to be a lot bigger around the time the album comes out. And it's also going to help the releases of Pierre Gasly and another track that is already out a lot better. And it's nothing but greatness, honestly. Me and Mike, we spent a long time, trying to make sure that we got shit right for this album. And I mean, the bonus tracks that are out, if you think about it, there's maybe like 2 unreleased tracks from these bonus ones. But I mean, I've Been Gone, and then there's Lexus from Mike JH, where I made the beat, he sung over the vocals the whole time. And yeah, I don't know. Hold up.
So with this album, like, is there gonna be a lot of summer vibes to this album?
Possibly. I mean, there was a bit of summer vibe to Stuck in Traffic when we put it out, so it's only going to get a lot better because it's just a remastered deluxe that really is going to make its mark. I could definitely see it hitting six figures in terms of streams, like in its first month if we really do this right.
Now, I've got a lot of hope for you on this. I've got a lot of hope that this will do well, and I believe that the time that it's going to be released, I believe that that's going to be a good time. May 5th. I think that would be good.
Yeah, of course, man. It's all very, very, very exciting, and it's only going to give me more room for coming up with something that could possibly really, really make an impact. And I do low-key want to be done with Stuck in Traffic, like the whole saga, just so I can come up with like the next big thing. I had to take down, Shrug Deluxe because of reasons that I'm not going to get into. Basically, my credibility was put into question. I was like, all right, fuck that. I'm not going to fucking handle that. Because I am going to handle that, but in my way. I'm going to remaster, the bonus songs from Shrug Deluxe and make a little EP from there. And it's also going to be something good.
I mean, you could make like a sequel, I guess, like maybe like a Shrug Redeluxe or Shrug 2.
I don't know, because I also want to get out of that. I wanted to like make it its own little thing, so I might not really put that much promotion into an EP, or maybe I might just release them as solo tracks as a weekly drop or something like that. It's always something I could do while I work on like an actual project, because usually when I work on an album, it's just that I make a bunch of songs and then I just put them all together.
Yeah.
But I've never properly thought of like writing a story. Yeah.
Well, I mean, like Stuck in Traffic, doesn't that have a story to it, or is it just like?
It does have a story and it does have a message, but I've never like actually I never thought of like an actual plot behind Stuck in Traffic.
Where the songs connect to each other.
Oh, of course they do connect to each other in a way. We've made sure of that. There are a lot of like car references and a lot of references to us really actually just being stuck. I mean, the first track starts off overly ambitious, then it gets to a more reflecting, like a sort of like a self-reflection phase for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the tracks. Then we start gloating a little bit. We start being like, fuck this, let's go. You know what I mean? And we've, we have really done this in a very smart way that just works in our favor, honestly.
Yeah. So, I do like the teaser videos that you have uploaded on both YouTube and Instagram. I do like the videos. I've seen both of them.
Yeah, the shorts version is a shorter version of what we have on Mike's channel that he edited, and I did my little version, outside. Livy recorded me, and it was like a nice little thing. So yeah, that was enjoyable.
Yeah, I mean, all I can really say is, just what. Actually, I got a question though. Like, what do you like in the first week? How much do you think this will get in terms of streams? Not on the first month, but on the first week.
Okay. Well, let me just put this into perspective. So, Stuck in Traffic is currently sitting at 76,807 streams. 76,807. I'm going to add these streams of one song that's on the album that I haven't said which one is yet because I haven't done any track list reveals yet. So it's this song. All right, I'm gonna add that one 9782 plus. We have I've Been Gone, which have gotten quite a lot of streams. Boom, 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 boom. So on day one of the release of Stuck in More Traffic, we can expect already a starting number of 88,000 streams.
Good.
What we want at the end of its first month, and hopefully its first week if we're able to pull that off, but that would be very difficult. And it would take a lot of advertising to be able to make it there, would be to get to six figures either on the first week or on the first month. If it happens on the first month, then cool, we succeeded, we can put an end to this. If we do it in the first week, then we did something right.
Yeah.
And obviously we will capitalize on that in a way. But even then, like, the most I've ever gotten in a week, I don't know. I mean, in a first week, little thing, I think we got 5K, 6K on the first week when we did Stuck in Traffic. It took us, I don't know how long for us to make it to even 10K. So, let's see.
Wow. Does like Spotify show data for that or no?
Not for like first week releases, but here's a picture that I took 6 days into the release.
Okay. 6,808, which is good.
Good. Yeah, which is very good. So if the songs like I've Been Gone and one of the songs that are on the album, or just if Stuck in Traffic also continues to grow, because that's also where we're going to be growing like a lot too. We're going to be advertising the songs that are from there too. If that keeps going, we could start Stuck in More Traffic with until May 5th, maybe 92,000. That would give us leverage to make it to the six figures. But even then, Stuck in More Traffic wouldn't really have that big of a jump in terms of streams. So we would have to keep promoting it. Ideally, the best thing for Stuck in More Traffic would be to reach 150K streams, right?
Yeah.
And both of our monthly listeners, be at a high level, which, would render, the streams, I'd say, credible in a way. And obviously we have like a 50-50 split on that, so that would help us a lot for our paths and our journey. And I hope that the results of this album reflect the same way on YouTube and on different platforms as well. So I'm excited, and I hope that Stuck in Traffic or Stuck in More Traffic will not be anything less than or I hope Stuck in Traffic I hope Stuck in More Traffic won't only be just a stepping stone to a new goal, but an extension of what was already great about Stuck in Traffic. And if we can reach that point, then we've done something right that we can definitely take note of.
Yeah. Well, it sounds great though. That's why that's what I can say is that it sounds great. That though, do you like, is it just gonna be this like Stuck in More Traffic and that's gonna be it? They're gonna be like is there gonna be like an out of traffic thing, like the final where it's like you finally get out of traffic?
Can you really be out of traffic though? Think of it. There are so many obstacles in life that, bro, you never know how many times you're gonna encounter the red light, and how many times you're gonna see the green light. We made a song called Green Light, but we've seen that green light about a dozen times while stuck in traffic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you want you sit it on me like that?
What is she doing now?
Where is she?
Is there gonna be another pillow fight?
I don't know.
Quit, you bitch.
Uh-oh.
She's getting stronger. She's getting better.
I'm fucked.
You better run. You better run.
It's okay.
See,
What are you doing? What are you doing? Why are you dropping down like that?
Taking you down with me.
No, you're pulling down my pants, you dumbass.
see.
Jeez. I know I'm 18, but YouTube ain't ready to see that yet, man.
Oh my God.
Jeez. Come on.
She's gonna take over. We got a new host now. See, I just love seeing this, honestly.
That's Libby.
Yeah.
Did you think I was gonna slap you?
Oh
What?
my God.
No. She thought I was gonna slap her, man.
Damn.
No, come on.
What the fuck?
My name is Loopie. Hey, you want to drink my milk? That's not milk. It's not even milk. You better not try to scare me or pull me down or pull my pants down, which is...
No, you can sit back down now. No.
Yeah, but.
You but no.
There you go. You did it. Oh no, she's coming back though.
She's coming back.
Yeah.
I almost knocked over my water.
Yeah, I was scared of that. No, but
You but no that.
but I what? Oh man.
Yeah. Well, it's though. What are, if you want to discuss about this, what are some future plans do you have when it comes to music and anything?
Well, I seem to already have met that goal. In terms of like making a song with somebody who is very notable.
Yeah.
So I've already passed that goal, but honestly, if I can write a story that can be translated into a book, bro, like, a story has already been put into an album, and that album has already been put into a sort of a movie, right?
Okay.
Or a short film or whatever. But no one has ever really made an album that could possibly be translated into either a series of skits or whatever, or an ebook or an audiobook or whatever.
Oh, so basically like how those like TikTok videos, they use like parts of songs and they make skits out of that.
Possibly, I don't know. I mean, my whole idea, I guess, would be like, I don't know. It would have to be something that I put absolutely everything into. That, like the one reason I wouldn't leave my room would be because I'm working on that, and I've yet to make something that has truly, like, I'm thinking about it very thoroughly. Like, I don't think even out of any of the albums that I've made, of course I've made albums that, yes, if put together, sounds amazing. But I've never put together an album that makes sense in a storyline. And it would take a long time for me to even come up with something like this and pull it off.
Well, the funny thing is actually was because with my show, I was also kind of thinking about doing like a story with my show, like doing something to where it would be like a story based type of thing, like like how the FBI is on my show. I would kind of want to
Yeah.
utilize something like that in a way.
Yeah.
Or like the lemons, like how we have the lemons. Like I want to
Yeah.
that.
First, I want to see you get back on a fucking grind, bro. I need to see another episode of yours again, bro.
Well, see,
Yeah.
I was thinking about maybe I was planning on maybe like next week or so, returning because like I want to be able to actually, because I've been thinking about it. I mean, if like, especially with this whole job search and everything, like if it's gonna get to a point where it seems like no one's gonna hire me or anything, then there's only one thing that I have to do, and that is to get back on the grind and be my own boss, because no one is gonna hire me. Then I got to do it myself.
Well, someone is going to hire you. You just have to, keep searching. All right. Like, I don't know, where you are on, the most recent thing you told me in terms of like, a job, right?
Yeah.
Like you haven't updated me on that yet, but like, I don't even know if we've made that public even like either. I don't know, but just keep looking, man. Just keep being persistent. I mean, look, it took a while for Livy to get her job. I mean, months, I imagine.
I might quit it, but
She might quit it, but yeah.
How come? What's
her boss is a piece of shit.
I thought the boss was good. I thought
no, the boss is just not good at being a boss. Yeah. She's like, he's not directly mean to her, but he's sort of taking advantage of her. Yeah.
In what way, if you want to disclose that? You don't have to if you don't want to.
Do we want to talk about it?
You can. I'm gonna go lay down. I want to be a worm.
You want to be a worm? Why can't you be a worm with me? Oh. I guess I'm gonna be a worm.
No, I'm gonna be. No, that's not how you do it. You're doing it wrong. Let me do it for you.
Turn me into a worm.
Okay.
I will.
Grab.
What?
Grab. Okay, no.
Grab.
No, grab.
You sound like Gru. You sound like a female Gru.
First thing you want to do is just grab. Now I'm a worm. I'm a lovely, lovely little worm.
He's a beautiful worm.
Yeah. He's also a big worm, though. 6 foot worm.
Oh, I thought you were talking about a different kind of big worm. I was about to like, on Tulani. So I was gonna talk about the why her boss is a piece of shit. So
yeah,
she was supposed to be on two. She was supposed to be on 2 shifts while I'm here, right?
First week he was like, "Look, we're stuck. I'm gonna have to put you on 3," and I was like, "Yeah, that's fine." And then the second week he was like, what did he say? He said, somebody else did the rota, but he should have told the person.
Yeah.
He didn't.
After she explicitly asked, of course, it was a special request, all right? Usually employers have to comply to that because it's a personal request.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, that didn't happen, and then you tried... he said that he would get that sorted for you, and then he just ended up saying, why don't you go ask your coworkers if they can cover for you? Basically telling her to do the job for him, which is fucked up if you think about it. And do we want to talk about today?
No, I can't be asked.
No, but like, is that a thing that you want me to talk about, or would you rather I keep this private?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, some fucked up shit happened today, and yeah, like I love the fact that she got her job, and her job is very enjoyable, but her boss is a piece of shit.
Yeah. It reminds me of my old job, honestly. Like, it, like
What?
Just imagine he watches the podcast and I get fucking.
He doesn't know who I am, right? He doesn't
well,
know Loopie.
well, you got 20K on YouTube though, so
Yeah, but I mean, like,
Nobody's watching it right now.
who in Wales knows me, man? Like, other than your friends and
My family.
your family. Actually, you have friends that could snitch to you. Oh shit, never mind.
well, see, look, thing
Wait, what are you
is,
doing?
Huh?
What are you doing?
It's like a little back job.
oh yeah, like how I have,
Like how you have a little back job. I need to
Yeah.
buy myself one. I have the money for it. I could do it.
I mean, it's though. Do you have Are you able to like set it up like this? Because like, do you have
Actually, no. I just forgot. I have a bed in my room.
That's the thing.
I need to get rid of my bed.
I wish I could get rid of my bed, honestly, because like if I were to, like, I'd have so much space. Like this is so cramped.
But I mean, you know which room I started with first, you know, and which room I have now. So I mean,
Move.
yeah.
But
Honestly, I wish I had just like my little home studio where I mean, it's starting to be built. Yeah. What's up, SVR? How you doing today?
but but yeah, like with I mean, this was hard to kind of set up in a way because like I didn't know if it was gonna be like you know, if it was gonna be small enough, but
sorry.
it was.
Oh, are you okay?
Oh, damn.
Oh shit.
I just didn't expect that.
Wait, hold on. You're Judge. Yeah, that's not. Yeah. There we go. Doing good, man. What about you?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry.
Don't stuff my water again.
I was trying to throw the sheets to her, but I hit her head like.
Oh damn. That's a concussion right there.
Oh.
Bro, he concussed me too many times this stream.
What do you want to what we're talking about?
The times that you threw pillows at my head.
Talking about the time you threw a pillow at my head.
Wow. Ooh, an eye hat.
Yeah, it fits on my head now.
Yeah.
We actually got it cleaned finally. Now it's all nice and black.
Yeah. Just like me. Just like me.
Just like you. You're nice and black.
And hey,
look,
look,
man. I didn't mean to make it sound like that. It's just that it was a lot of like old sand and dirt and shit. Like it was all dirty.
Well, see, look, here's the thing. I always say this. It's not sus unless you make it sus.
No, it's not like it's sus or anything. It's just that like I don't want it to sound like, you know, prejudicial. You know what I mean? Like.
Well, see, look. The thing is, though, see, look. What? I mean, a few people saying something about you, like that's not going to do much. See, that's the thing.
Yeah.
The only person that can cancel you is yourself. So.
True.
See, if you look, if you don't have any business deals or anything, you know what people say online, you have nothing to worry about.
Yeah, but even then, business deal, you could always talk about like, you know, stuff that happened before, you know, with your business. Like, you could always reason with them and shit. And like, if they know the type of person that you are, that they're gonna stick with you. All right. Like, obviously, if they don't have any context and it's just a bunch of people being like, "Hey, this is a bad look for your company," then the company's gonna be like, "I can't work with them anymore."
Yeah.
But if the company knows, really, you know, puts a lot of trust into them, then, you know, it's a whole different story.
Yeah, because like I've read more about KSI, and apparently he's taking a break because of what he said.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't even know it was like a really, really bad word, you know. And like I read up on the history behind it, and it's fucked up because It's more of a slur in Britain than it is for America, I guess, which is why there's like a big confusion because it's all about like the South Asian people that immigrated to the U.S.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that could be copyright.
Probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I thought that word meant something else as well, right? So like when I first heard like, oh, he got canceled for saying that, I was like, what? I thought it was short for Pakistani people. you
Yeah.
know, like I thought that's what it was, because yeah, but apparently it had a lot more meaning to it, and especially very recently when there was all this immigration with like South Asian people coming to England and stuff like that. So now I know more about it as well, and I hope I didn't actually utter that word like it was nothing. Um, but yeah, the thing is though, too much was done, and I feel like KSI and the rest of the sidemen, they got sucked in.
Yeah.
They talked a lot about the cancel culture, but they got sucked in like it was nothing.
Yeah.
Right? Acted just like the rest of them. All right. All this for PR, and I also think that the managers are behind it. And honestly, that shit would have that shit would have clearly flown by a few years ago. But now in today's age, you feel like you have to explain yourself for absolutely everything you say, especially with, I don't know what game he was playing, right? But in the context that it was said, it's not like he was being hateful towards the people. It's just that the letters were there and he said it. And he said, he even said it's not to be hateful or anything, but yeah.
So what I do kind of wonder a bit, and this is kind of a question, like you did say like people would be able to say this years ago, not now, but now thinking about it, I mean, is that really a true statement? Because like as long
Possible.
as because see, here's what I think. I feel like KSI could have gone away with it if he didn't like if he didn't like make that a Twitter apology, because I think people hate him more for the Twitter apology that he made than for the slur he said, possibly.
Mm,
I mean, I could be wrong though.
yeah. Well, um, people got away with shit, in terms of like vocabulary and shit like that. It didn't make it okay, right? You had a subconscious in your head that was like, all right, it's not okay, but it's kind of funny, right?
Yeah.
And obviously, with certain words, either all of them are okay or none of them are okay,
Yeah.
right? And none of them are okay, but sometimes placed in a certain context. It's funny. It's why I like the R word so much, because it's funny. When we're on VC with the homies, I'm just gonna say it, all right. And even me, having ADHD, I have every reason to think that I have ADHD. And I've already spoken about this before. I'm not gonna explain myself again. That word is funny as fuck to me. It could be harmful to other people, and especially if you use it in that context. But if you're just fucking around with the boys, just saying it, it's fucking funny, right?
Yeah.
Because I'll call Cobra all kinds of fucking names. He'll call me all kinds of fucking names. And we're not, trying to be hateful, amongst like other people who might actually be suffering with, stuff, right?
Yeah.
But even then, like, there's obviously a time and a place for that kind of humor. And even then, I feel like the editors completely did. Nice one. I feel like the editors completely did KSI dirty. I mean, if they knew that this was an offensive thing that people would be offended by, why include it in the video?
Yeah, it's kind of like the same way with like Logan Paul and that Forest incident.
Yeah, but he didn't have a manager. That he was the main guy that gave everyone the green light to post it. And You know, there was managers, there was editors, there was, you know, this and that. Like, it is also their fault for letting this happen because it's a fucking outrage, right? And a big, you know, a big thing. Even all the members apologized, and I don't even feel like they know why. They retweet the tweet and say, "Oh yeah, by the way, I also would like to apologize. I didn't take responsibility." Like, come on, like
Yeah.
y'all were fucking around with the boys. He said a word, like obviously, I, I feel like in certain cases there's a time and a place for that kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
But even then, like, I don't think it was said in a manner that would be like, you know, it would be a lot different if he was like coming out and saying like, "Yo, fuck these," you know,
Yeah.
or like fucking hate these, or damn,
Yeah.
I don't want any of these fucking, yeah.
Though the question that I kind of have in a way is, you know, a lot of people put the blame on the, you know, they always say about the Twitter users that complain about them, but what about the content creators that try and cater too hard to those people and kind of ruin themselves because of that?
Well, they will never be able to hold anything of value in absolutely any situation whatsoever. And they will forever be in, you know, like just puppets to their own audience, which is kind of weird because it's like you need to rely on pleasing everybody to survive. And I feel like being yourself and being the person that you enjoy being and displaying your true self and not a hidden version of yourself or anything, it really makes all the difference. It's just if they can't handle you at your best or your worst, they don't deserve you at all, right?
Yeah.
It's like if my audience didn't like me for something that I truly believe in, I'm not going to let them talk me out of it, right? I'm not going to let anyone talk me out of, you know, how I believe certain stuff. Not even you. we
Yeah.
can we can have talks about it, right? But it's not going to talk me out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the problem is just forced PR. That's the thing, you know,
Yeah.
forced. See, and that's the thing too is, you know, I don't know. This may sound a bit messed up, but you know, I kind of wonder like what would happen if content creators just went with it. You know, they just went along with the people that were hating on them for, you know, for example, like I know I mean, I know like some like what if instead of them apologizing for everything, every mistake that they did, why not just go along with it? You know, why not use that to an advantage in a way? You know, you've got
Well,
people hating on you, but you got their attention. You got their people, you got the attention. Like, for
well,
example,
it
like
depends on, you know, the fuck up, all right? If the fuck up is on a great caliber where it's like, all right, it's not really right to do. You know, for example, PewDiePie on that bridge, right?
yeah,
That live stream, that was fucked up. And he knew it was fucked up the moment that he said it. He was like, oh shit, I'm sorry. Ah, fuck. And I mean, basically with any fuck up he's done, he knows it like firsthand that he fucks up, right? Like, but you know, he puts out one video. He's like, hey, I know I fucked up. There's really no excuse. I'm sorry. Won't happen again. And that's that. He's not gonna be on his knees trying to be like, please stay. No, it's like, hey, you know, I don't expect to be forgiven for this shit, but I fucked up and I'm sorry, and that's that. He lost a bunch of sponsorship deals. He lost a bunch of, you know, possibilities to record, you know, actual stuff with YouTube. YouTube themselves was not really fond of PewDiePie. I mean, like, a
yeah,
lot of things, you know, didn't go in PewDiePie's favor because of that moment, right? But he risked it all all right? And he didn't have to be the people pleaser, you know? Instead, he let that experience, right? He used that to his advantage to learn to be better, right? You
Yeah.
can learn to be better and you know, educate yourself. You know, like the week after this thing happened, KSI went to, you know, his like to a local mosque to learn more about, you know, what, you know, I guess the whole culture and everything, and he wanted to make sure that he had like properly understood, like, all right, that, you know, that's fucked up and shit, blah blah. You know, he did that, and all the cameras were off. He didn't bring any PR or whatever. The only reason it was documented is because of uh, the I don't know if it's called the priest in mosques, but a priest posted it on IG and stuff like that, and you know the local mosque, you know, took pictures, but it wasn't, you know, him or his people that whatever. But yeah,
Yeah.
the people just do too much to try to save face, right? And never focus on actually trying to be better. You know, it's very easy to just say I'm sorry, but are you doing it because you're scared to lose your job, your life, everything you worked hard for, or are you sorry because you know you fucked up and you just want to elevate from here?
Yeah.
And look, I said a lot of fucked up shit, right? I've said and I've done a lot of fucked up shit, especially in my young teen age, right? Shit that unfortunately, you know, she heard me say, you know, years back, because, you know, I showed her old clips and, you know, it came up, right? It's why I can't show clips of me from 2018, 2019, or even 2017, because I'm just scared that like something slips out, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was not even like in anyone's like best interests whatsoever. I was absolutely like, I wasn't always the guy that I am now. Like I was really just a piece of shit, was I? Was I a piece of shit?
Sure. But you got to think to yourself, how old were you? Oh, what happened?
My head.
She tried to get over the couch and just fucking boom, like back into the.
Oh,
Are you okay?
I hit my head.
On what, the wall?
My knee.
On your knee?
Yeah, my
Oh, fuck! That must hurt.
yeah.
Come here.
However, the thing is, so you got
Yeah,
to think to yourself, how
yeah.
old were you back in 2017?
Yeah, I mean, just like I said, like this was, you know, in my early teenage, right? Like I was 12. It followed, unfortunately, until I was about 15. 2021 is actually when I started to make that big change where I was like, all right, I don't want to be that kind of person anymore, because that was still lingering. You know, I was still like, yeah. All of it was still lingering, right? I'd say it even like started when I was like 9, 10, maybe 11 and shit like that. And it just kept on staying, you know, this bad version of me. You know, I got grounded so many fucking times by my family about this. I got fucking, you know, I got my ass kicked at school about this as well, but it still sort of still was part of me. But I've already like saved face and I've already, you know, apologized. I paid my dues. Like I know everything I've done years back was like fucked up, right?
Yeah.
But I'm also thinking to myself, like, how long until this resurfaces? And I gotta explain myself again.
See, I mean, sometimes you don't have to. Sometimes you just gotta, some people ignore it. Some people ignore it. See, that's the thing too, is, and this is kind of what I kind of said earlier in a way. Sometimes you don't have to address things. Sometimes you could just let it just die out. Sometimes it's even worse, addressing it.
Yeah, because you always feel like you have to justify yourself to people.
Yeah.
But honestly, I said everything I need to say. All right, this has been going on for years, right? And I don't know when any of whatever is going to resurface, right? It might, it just might, right? somewhere in the public on the internet, there's videos of me being an absolute piece of shit. You might see them. Someone might see them. I could certainly tell you that my best homies knew that part of me before, and obviously that anyone who knew who I was before know that this is not me now.
Yeah. However, I will say this, and it may sound a bit harsh, but as a content creator, you can't be afraid. You
No,
can't be afraid of whatever comes out. You just got to
yeah,
be able to understand. Sure, you could address it. However, that's up to you if you want to do it. But
yeah,
one thing is, you can't be afraid. You
yeah,
can't be
of course.
afraid of anything
Because
because
you have to like really make it clear why you're apologizing. Is it because you fucked up, or is it because you're scared you're gonna lose something,
yeah,
valuable? And for me, if I really did fuck up, and especially now, if I really did fuck up, I'm not gonna fucking if I do end up hiring a manager or whatever, people do some stuff for me, PR, whatever, I might need that right in the future. But it's gonna come out of me no matter what. I'm not gonna like let some manager just be like, all right, this is what you gotta say to save face. No, it's gonna be like, if I fucked up, I fucked up. I'll say sorry, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
Because
but
just think about it like this. Just think about it
yeah,
like this, right? Is that we're gonna have bumps in the road,
yeah,
content creator wise. However, thing is that that's why a lot of that's why it feels less genuine on social media. That's why a lot of content creators we watch, a lot of popular content creators, they feel less genuine. Like KSI, for example. I know a lot of people have lost respect for KSI because he doesn't feel genuine anymore because of how afraid he is with this. And knowing from a guy, and I know people change and everything. However, there's still a level to where you just can't be afraid of your past. You can't be afraid of it, or
yeah.
else you won't be seen as genuine if you're
Well,
constantly afraid.
I think the best thing for him to do was to walk away, right? And just apologize, walk away from social media. We hear absolutely nothing of him, right? And the only way we hear from him is, through press or through, um, the stuff that he posts. Obviously, he fucks up. He'll take a break. And it's for the greater good.
The greater good.
What you doing on my phone?
Yeah, but it is kind of a bit coincidental that this came out after the whole Wade situation.
I know. This makes KSI look like an absolute piece of shit.
Yeah.
But like, even the greatest of his fans will like say it firsthand that he has an ego, right? And I grew up with like knowing the personality of KSI, and it's natural. He has a very fucking fragile ego. Ego. Oh my ego! I said.
The ego, yeah.
Yeah. But
Nope.
anyways, on that note, I think I will be ending the Loophole podcast forever. No, I'm kidding. Today, we'll be back again next week, possibly. If not, it might be on Monday when I get back home. I will warn you ahead of time, Jelani.
Yeah.
But yeah. If we're able to, Saturday evening to do the podcast, we'll do it. But yeah,
On my birthday.
on Jelani's birthday.
Yeah.
We weren't able to do a podcast on my birthday, unfortunately, but that was because I went on my 18th party, so obviously I had to go get hammered.
You didn't get hammered. Shut up.
Well, not hammered, but like I got a little tipsy.
No, you didn't.
I did.
No, you didn't.
I did.
Stop trying to act hard in front of Jelani Muna.
I'm not trying to act hard. Apparently I was like saying some dumb shit.
You were, but you weren't drunk. You were just tipsy.
Yeah, tipsy. So yes, that's what whatever. I didn't remember anything from that night anyways.
It was hilarious.
It was hilarious. Yeah. I don't know why she's trying to downplay what I said, but yeah.
It's because you went like tipsy. You were just like and poo. You picked your spot again.
I didn't pick it. I popped it. It went.
Yeah, well, I was bleeding.
Whatever. It went. I didn't scab it.
Oh my god, close.
All right. I want to thank everybody so much for watching and listening to the Loophole Podcast. Catch us again next Saturday at 2:30 p.m. Eastern. We will always be here. Me and Jelani Muna, and hopefully E Crystal. I need to go talk to E Crystal. This is some fucking amazing shit that just happened this morning, or this like at the beginning of the podcast. Honestly, that it restores a lot of faith. You know, we might not be declaring it officially that E Crystal is still a host, but once E Crystal is ready, he can be a host anytime, and he's always welcome with open arms. But for now, it's going to be me and Jelani for now. So yeah, if Chris is ready, he will reprise the role. But for now, yeah, like I said, it's just me and Jelani. I think it's best to make it clear. It's not me kicking him out or banning him or whatever, or firing him. It's just he's going through some shit. He will be back much stronger, and once he's ready, he's welcome with open arms.
Yes.
Thank you guys again so much for watching. Bless up and stay hype.
Reach the top.
Anything you want to say?
Moldova and Andorra has two similar flags. I don't like it.
Okay. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys later. Fuck Lady Gaga and fuck you. You know who you are. Fuck you. And suck a dick. All right. Penis.